set up here, so just give me one moment. I'm just making sure everything is. There we go. I got one up. There we go. Got two up. And okay, almost ready. I'm also going to give everyone just a minute to hop on. I am a few minutes early, a handful. So. Okay. Hi guys, I see y'all hopping on. If y'all can hear me, definitely, would you please just let me know that you can hear me? I'm just trying something a little bit different here. So here we go. Trying the whole double screen thing, and I'm gonna see if that can work. All right. So I thought that might be a fun addition. Okay, there we go. How to screens. I got two cameras. So sorry if I bumped my little one. Hopefully we're good to go. So anyone that is brand new, hi, my name is Megan Anderson. I am the Bling Bluebird. I own and operate the Rhinestone store, the Blinging Bluebird. And oh, you can hear me? Perfect. Thank you, Alicia. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, so my store is a Bling Bluebird. I sell rhinestones and sparkle supplies. You can find me across all the socials. But tonight we are live in TikTok and on YouTube. So welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to work on this guy tonight. This is Wendy's watermelon. Sorry, this is my 3-inch key ring, and we're going to bling it with Wendy's watermelon rhinestones, but also keeping up with Kelly's. So I did a 3-inch key ring with this rhinestone mix a while back, and I gave it away to a really good friend, and I just like, you know, I just gotta do it again because I need another watermelon in my life. Also, it's like summertime, so I'm feeling very like summery, and watermelon is good for that. Like, good in that, yeah. So, okay, so what I am gonna do first is I'm gonna tell you guys everything I'm using. So, I have my 3-inch acrylic keyring. And so we have this size. We also have a smaller 2-inch, and then I also have little mini 1-inch squares which work really great as like swatches for makers that like to keep stock on hand so they can show their different colors. I'm using my wax picker pencil. You guys have heard me say it so many times. You don't need a fancy picker pencil. These guys work like lickety split. I am tonight using Bob Smith 2-part epoxy. So you can use whatever adhesive you choose. I am using the 2-part epoxy. I do like to use Bob Smith 30-minute slow cure on the keychains, just because I feel like it's a little bit stronger of an adhesive, and it just gives me a little extra hold. Also, I like to add in a little bit of glitter because I like that little, you know, extra. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys. I got this little guy. Is it a certain app for 2 phones? Sorry, so it's not 2 phones. I'm actually using my laptop and an additional camera. So, and it is an outside app that I'm using. But thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to start with my outside ring. So I'm going to do like this part green and this part red. So I have prepped this. There is like a vinyl or a cover on here, so I pulled that off. I sanded it with medium grit sandpaper, wiped it off with alcohol, and then I colored it with a permanent paint marker and let it dry. This is dried, and so that's how I prepped this guy. We are going to take, this is a 1-ounce bling mix from my shop, the Bling Bluebird. Oh, and it's not labeled. So this one is called Keeping Up with Kelly. One of my very, very best friends who was a bridesmaid for me, actually. She stood up in my wedding. Her name's Kelly. And so when I was going to make a green bling mix, it made me think like Kelly green. And so that's how we came up with that name. So all of our bling mixes do carry stone sizes SS6 all the way up to SS30. And so that's that bling mix right there. So pretty. So let's get started. I'm going to put that over to the side, and then I'm going to show you guys how I use my Bob Smith 2-part epoxy. So I just have a little notepad. I feel like my daughter might have swiped one of my notepads. Hello, thank you for the rhinestones. Love the colors. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have, oh, why can't I get the top off of that? Okay. A little bit tough getting the top off, but use my big muscles. And I'm gonna eyeball, and then I'm going to eyeball the exact same amount with this guy. And then what I'm going to do, because right now I'm going to work on the outside green here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of green glitter into this. Just a little bit, not like crazy. Maybe a little bit crazy. You know, I am a sucker for sparkle, so It's not too much. Okay, so what's the point of adding the glitter? So I add a little bit of glitter because it's going to mask, it's going to help mask some of my, I'm going to move that out of the way now. It's going to help mask some of my gaps. There's always going to be gaps when you work with rhinestones, right? So round rhinestones, around round rhinestones, there will be a little itty bitty spaces. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let me just get this in a good place for you guys. I am going to start with my epoxy on the outside edge. Like if we were working on a tumbler, we might call this the anchor roll. But get the outside edge done, and then we'll work our way in. I debated if I was going to have the outside edge done prior to doing the live, but I was like, you know what? Let's do it all together. I did the prep that I would dive in together. Okay. Let me, where's my, okay. I'm like, I feel like a little kid in a candy store. I'm just like excited to be here. It's been a minute. I feel like it's definitely been a moment since I've done a live. Yeah, because we took time off last week, was my daughter's birthday. So we took some time to spend as a family. She turned 11, which is insane to me. Let me see, is that a little bit better? There we go. There. So I am just gonna work away. You guys can feel free to ask questions as I go along. So I'm just gonna work away at doing like a little outside ring here. And I'm not being like really particular at all what stones I choose. I'm not even worried about like if I'm I think I want to put one. Oh, I missed some messages here. Did I? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so the reason why we are doing the outside edge first, there is a method to this, to my madness. I want to get the outside ring done because we want to make sure that none of our outside stones hang over the edge. See how like these are all not hanging over? I can run this along the edge. If those stones do hang over the edge, we're gonna have stones falling off over time. They're gonna come off and just the longevity is not gonna be there, right? So they will come up off of there. Yeah. Bling mixes are so much fun. I love working with them. They're always a good variety of colors that are pre-selected. Like you don't have to worry about choosing the colors in the mix, you just grab one and you're good to go. You know you're going to have a good selection of sizes in there and all the things. I feel like we need to pull you guys down a little bit more. I feel like that's probably a little bit better. Okay, we're going to put some more epoxy. So this is a 30-minute epoxy, so I have a little bit of work time, not a whole lot, but a bit. So I kind of work in small batches, right? Just adjusting there. So even though it says it's like a 30-minute, you can definitely tell it starts to get tackier the longer of the work time you use it for. Okay, there we go. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, looks like I need a little bit right here. Missed. And for me, when I use a scatter mix, some people always say, how do you do that? Like, I don't know how you do it. It's so stressful. I'm always so worried about what stone to pick or what color to pick. And I was like, don't worry about what color to pick. You know, oh, I don't. Don't worry about what color to pick. I think that's the whole point of a scatter. It is not organized. It has no rhyme or reason, right? So it doesn't matter if you have two colors beside each other. It doesn't matter if the same color's touching. You know, so just go with the flow, let it happen. And I think more than anything, if you're gonna focus on something, focus on the stone size. Like, I want this size to fit in that space, you know? There we go. What kind of rhinestones do I use? So all of my rhinestones at the Blinging Bluebird are high quality glass. So these are all glass rhinestones. But they're all from my shop. These are all Blinging Bluebird. The link is in my bio, or you can find me anywhere. Just look for the bird. There we go. I'm trying to make sure I keep you guys right focused. Well, see, I definitely had like a few of the same color here, and I'm not worried about it. It will all come together. Oh, look, two more the same color. Not worried about it. Don't stress. Don't stress if the same colors touch, right? That's not what we're here for. This is to make things easier for you, not harder. Okay. Everyone doing good? No questions. Just making sure. Okay. If y'all weren't here when we first started, oh, maybe a little bit this way. Is that better? We are streaming. Blinging along with me. Aw, love that. What are you working on, Alicia? You got some pens, some lighter sleeves? I know you've been busy with school and all that, but I feel like we all still need, like, it's so calming and therapeutic to me, like after a crazy day. It's just nice to have a little downtime to bling. I think. Currently a pen. Nice. I got some pens that I gotta get doing too. Want to order the new pen kit really bad, but I put something in the cart and it said shipping was $48. Yes, so unfortunately right now I am looking into and trying to figure out better shipping options. So right now, the reason why the shipping to the US is higher than anything that we're used to is because it includes brokerage fees. So unfortunately, the way that things are right now is before there was the de minimis clause, which meant small packages with value under $800 didn't need to be cleared at the border when they came from Canada to the US. So what that meant was any order placed didn't need like paperwork and clearance and all that stuff. And now that the de minimis has been removed, there is clearance that needs to happen, paperwork and brokering for those packages when they are sent any other way than the postal system like Canada Post, which transfers over to USPS. So the reason why it is like that is because the only current option that we do have open for our US customers is with FedEx, and the shipping includes the brokerage fees. Is my camera like a little bit? I feel like, let's see if I can. Is that better? Okay, so the shipping includes the brokerage fees. It doesn't include import fees or tariffs, but it does include the brokerage fees, which is what FedEx charges for those packages to go across the border, to do the paperwork and the brokering to get those across the border. So in saying that, the reason why that is the only option is because we were having about 25% of our US shipments that we were sending through Canada Post that would transfer over to USPS getting declined at the border for no reason. There was no indication on the tracking or on any of the packages when they did make it back to us. The only thing that was being stated was that the receiver address was not found, which was not true because we verified that with our our customers, which, you know, if they'd bought from us many times and never had that issue. And so with that being like very inconsistent, we're closing that option until we can get an answer as to why that's happening. and how to resolve it. So I know the pen kits are so cute too, but please be patient with me. I'm working so hard to figure out a good solution, a better solution. But for right now, that the FedEx option is the only one that we trust and have faith in. Alicia, blinging is cheaper than therapy. Yeah, it is out of my control. And that's like the hardest part, that it is out of my control and I'm not getting answers from anybody. And it just tell me what the reason is. Tell me how to fix it. Tell me, because I want to get you guys all the sparkles, right? Like that's what I want to do. What is the largest flat back size you carry? SS30. So that would be this size. That is the large. Let's stick that right there. Why don't we? There we go. Hi, Crafting Ninja. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I know you're working on it. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too. Like, I know that it isn't fun for anyone involved. So I thank you so much for the patience and just sticking it out with me, because I really do want to do what is best for everyone involved. Like, I don't want customers to be upset because things aren't clear in the border for them, or especially if they have like projects that they have deadlines for, like, or just need things in a timely manner when it's so uncertain. I don't have faith until we can figure out. Nice job. I do have to ask you how you split the screen like that. Are you using 2 different cameras? Yeah, I am. Trying out a different what am I? Program. Sorry, I have a program that I'm using. So, yeah. Okay, just making sure I'm not missing any comments. Love all your sparkle and templates, but just waiting for things to change. I'm in the US. Oh, well, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you hanging out and waiting for me and having faith, and it really does mean so much. Okay, sorry, I needed to look at that to adjust for a minute. Where do I want that? Like that? There we go. Okay, when I'm talking to myself, I feel like I might be a little bit, maybe I need to rotate this actually. I don't like that angle for me. Not for you guys. There, but for both of us. There, I think that's better. Okay. You especially want the new pen kit. Which one? So there is 2. I know they look fairly similar. There is they use the same color of rhinestones, but the patterns are different. So there's like the stripe and then there's the chevron. And I know like there is 2 pens in each kit, so it's definitely like a nice little kit. All of our pen kits come with 2 pens. Both, yes, love it. Yeah, and that's our Pearl Mocha Rhinestone line. It's our newest line, our newest collection, and it has been flying off of the shelves. Everyone is just as obsessed with it as I am. Because it is so fun. Both from Carol too. Aw. Yeah, it'll be nice when we can get back to business as usual, hopefully sooner than later. You guys, I'm so excited to show you guys the bling mix for the center here. If y'all haven't seen it before, it's gonna blow you away. What is happening over here? I don't know. I hope you will still have them when things change with shipping. You know what? It's definitely something that I'll be able to continue to stock over and over again. So even if they do sell out, there'll be something that we can easily get stocked up in a pretty timely manner. So no fret, my crafty friend. What do I want here? This guy, I think. So you can see I'm trying to make sure that I don't like that one there, I don't think. It's okay to change your mind too. Yeah, we had a bunch of new drops today in the store. So if you guys follow our Facebook group, we always do all of our new drops in there. If you remember, in the Bling Bluebird fam, that's where everything gets seen first. So those members got to see what we dropped today. We dropped a new bling mix called Seaside Sandy. We dropped some new rhinestone colors. We dropped the rhinestone colors were part of the mocha collection. So there were some new fun vibrant mochas, which was a really fun and playful addition. Very excited about those. We had a whole new selection of large sew-on rhinestones added to our sew-on series collection. And then we had some pen kits. So our pen kits come with 2 pens that have, each one has its own pattern printed on it. So the patterns are different. And it's really nice because you don't have to worry about following a pattern by reference, like the way, because the pattern is printed on it, right? So you just follow what we put on there for you. And then it also comes with a little color key, like a rhinestone color key, and it also comes with instructions and a little sandpaper to prep and a little alcohol wipe and all the rhinestones that you need to make both pens. So you're good to go. Okay. now I got this whole outside done, right? So we got the outside done. There we go. Now we're gonna go on the inside, and I'm just gonna move this out of the way so I can show you guys the bling mix. Okay, so first I'm just gonna put this away. Where's my little bag? Okay, so I'm gonna put that back in the bag, and then I'm gonna show you the bling mix. Okay. So these little trays, they come right out. So that came out, and now I'm gonna put that back. Okay. Okay, it's way easier to do these with like my funnel trays, but we're not using the funnel tonight. It had a project in it. So we have some really nice large funnel shaker trays. So when you're done, your whole bling mix can just like go through the funnel back into like your jar or your bag, whatever you're using. But tonight I'm using my bird. I mean, I do love the bird. It's got the magnetic lid and everything, so it is so nice in that way. Oh, I got like, okay. So I got this guy here. Now let's, wait, where am I? Okay. Got this. I got like one green stone. I don't know why. There. All right. I gotta show you. That goes back in there real nice. So this is called Wendy's watermelon patch. If you guys can see, like Wendy's watermelon patch. It's gonna blow you away. I hope it does anyways. Ooh. All right, we got her open. Oh, I dumped way too much in there. I was so excited, I just dumped way too much. Okay, so here's one of my little funnel shaker trays. So, yes, you are seeing that correctly. Those are glass rhinestones that look like watermelon seeds. Isn't that so fun? So fun. Okay. So hold on to your hats. Okay, I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'll show you guys what this is gonna look like. Okay. Am I the only one that is excited? Because I am like right jazzed up. Where's my epoxy? Okay. So I really should have my epoxy sitting in my glue nest. I'm like struggling. Okay. And this should go a little bit nicer for me. It's gonna be easier because I'm not working on like such a narrow, like I feel like doing that outside ring is a little bit harder, or not harder, just slower for me, right? Because I was very specific about how I was. Okay, I'm mixing my epoxy with some glitter. Again, it's the Bob Smith 2-part epoxy, so 30 minutes. And we have this at the shop too. You can get the Bob Smith there as well. Okay, where am I going to start? Right here. So I'm going to be intentional. I really don't want to get the epoxy on these green stones. But so you can see, like, this is a really fine glitter I chose for the inside. And it just adds like that extra shine. So if there are any little gaps as we go along with the rhinestones, the glitter will kind of mask it a little bit more and give sparkle where there isn't a rhinestone. Right? Little tip, little trick, I guess, not tip, trick. Tip trick. Okay. Let's go like this. Okay. You guys ready for this? There we go. I think we're doing all right. So far, so good. Okay, I think I want like a bigger one. No, no, I don't want that big. That big. Okay, now check this out. That is a glass rhinestone, you guys. That is a glass rhinestone. I just put on there, and it's got like the faucets and everything. And yeah, so much fun. That's why I love this bling mix. Feel like let's just, I got a little bit more here than I want. I feel like it's a bit thick. There's nothing wrong with going back and adjusting. Here we go. So like I said earlier, if you're doing scatter, the best thing to remember is to not so much worry about what stone color you're using. I know some people get like a little too nervous about like, oh, I can't have the same color touching. Yeah, you can. It's scatter. It's forgiving. There's no rhyme or reason. You just put your stones down, and that's the whole point. It takes so much of the pressure off of putting the right stone in the exact right spot. So I like to tell people think more about what stone size would fit best in that place that you're looking to put a stone, right? scatter can be a little bit tough if you're worried about what stone color is gonna be okay, but it works really good if you just let that go and just go with the flow. There we go. So sometimes I'll have like a stone, I'll be like, no, I want a different size. That's okay too, right? There we go. And so now that's essentially what we're going to do for the rest of the inside of this keychain. And we got more seeds to drop in here, more watermelon seeds in the mix. So we're going to scatter a few throughout the keychain. Yes. Okay. So that's what we're doing. Let's see. What do you guys think? Love the watermelon. Yay, nay, maybe not. I don't know. I love it. So I'm going to keep going. Make a little bit more of my Bob Smith. So I do 1 part of the resin, 1 part of the hardener, both equal. And then I mix in some glitter. It's always kind of a fun little addition. It is one extra step, but I think it pays off. I think it works. And it's also really nice because these keychain blanks, so they're transparent. So yes, I did color it with a Sharpie, but I feel like it still helps. You know, like you can still see like the spots where like the Sharpie wasn't fully covering. So when you use the Bob Smith 2-part epoxy, you're going to want to do the kind of the same idea as when you're using any other adhesive, right? So you don't want to flood your rhinestones, but at the same time you want to make sure that there is enough adhesive on the back of the rhinestones. So you want there to be enough adhesive that the back of the rhinestone is covered, but at the same time you only want the glue on the back. If it comes up around the side of the rhinestone and it floods it, it's going to cover the faucets and it's going to lose its shine, or some of its shine. Okay. There you go. I still have a little bit more here. Let's put it in this little spot here. And again, I'm careful to not get that on the stones that I've already placed. I'm like trying to decide, where do I want to start? Okay. Oh, we got pretty quiet now. Okay, so let's put this guy right here. Okay, and so please know, like, this is a different size than this. There are different size seeds, yes. I feel like I'm gonna put that there, but I need a smaller one. There we go. See, looking again, like I said, we're looking more at the stone size than the stone color. Doing here. Okay. Okay. A little bit bigger. See, sometimes I just need to go back and find a different stone size. But I just let it flow too, right? I'm not used to having a camera on my face. Sorry, guys. It's making like the faces. Yeah. What do we think? What do you guys think? Oh, is my light too bright on that? Feels like that's a little bit harsh. There, is that better? That's like too low. Is there even a happy medium? I feel like I need it brighter, actually. Shoot, sorry. Sorry, I hope it's okay. Aw, thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. What? I don't even know where I'm going. Okay. So, same idea with this is where like the keyhole is right here. We want to make sure that none of the stones slide into there because they'll end up getting knocked out quite quickly if they go over the edge. So just be really mindful. We don't want stones hanging over any edges because those are what come off. And the project's all finished. Okay. There we go. I feel like we're like making some progress. Oh my gosh, I was trying to put a stone on top of another stone because it matched the glitter so well. It was just an itty bitty stone. So, there we go. We doing, everyone? Is everyone doing good? Okay. Want to make sure. Want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. Just checking everything out. Loving it so far. Thanks, Crafty Mama. Do we keep going? Feel like we could like do like this section here. Let's pull it down. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay. I was like, I don't know if anyone is getting bored or what, but as long as you guys aren't bored, I'll hang out. Oh, it is or was so hot here today and yesterday. The weather was, we're having some real July weather. But we had like today, like there was like the air quality alert because of all like the smoke from the forest fires was coming over. So it had been windy a few days ago. So I feel so bad for people. Like I have a nephew who has really bad asthma and it's really hard on him when the smoke comes in like it does. He's not in Saskatchewan with me. He's over in Alberta, but still that probably is worse over there. Scatter intimidates. I like watching and learning. Damn heat wave in Ontario. When the smoke hits Ontario, I can't go to work. Oh, yeah. It's not fun. And I feel like when the smoke comes, I feel like it makes the heat like stay. Feels like the heat's hotter or something. I don't know. Ah, scatter. Okay. So don't let scatter intimidate you. I always like to tell people that are brand new that scatter is so forgiving. Like it is, if somebody comes to me and is like, Megs, I've never rhinestoned before, I've never blinged anything, what do you suggest? I say scatter. Because there's no rhyme or reason, it is, nobody's gonna look at it and be like, oh, that stone is in the wrong place. That one looks out of place. Because it's supposed to be just a full mix, right? It's not supposed to have a definite pattern. The only thing I like to tell people, I'm like, if you get like really stressed about like putting the stone in the right place, I'm just like, okay, you just need to like take some breaths and know it's just rhinestones. You're not behind a big semi steering wheel. You don't got a whole lot to lose. If you're brand new, obviously, like maybe choose a project, like a practice project to get started that there's not a lot of skin in the game on. Don't want to be like doing a family heirloom on the first try. But really, don't let it intimidate you. Just sit down and know that you're not gonna mess things up if you put a certain stone somewhere, right? It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna put another watermelon seed right here. Okay. Is like, what is the biggest thing, Carol, that intimidates you about it? I definitely like, I'll give you some advice if I. Is this a kit? This is not a kit. So this is just a bling mix. Actually, well, I used 2 bling mixes. I used Wendy's watermelon patch for what I'm doing right now, the inside, and the outside. The green is Keeping Up with Kelly, and a 3-inch keychain ring. That's all she is. So you're worried about the gaps. Okay, so I understand that fear for sure, or that hesitation, or that worry. So there's a few things you can do. Depending on what you're working on, like if you're working on a tumbler or anything that comes already colored, like if you go buy a blue tumbler, if you're using a blue scatter mix, or even if it's like a mix that has like lots of colors, just pick one of the colors in the mix and then purchase a tumbler that is the color that you like the best in that mix. So like, for example, we have like our 3-ounce little mini tumblers. We have those in a bunch of different colors, so you can get those in a color and then scatter them. We actually have those in kits. We have those in little kits with a bling mix that coordinates with the color of the tumbler, right? So that when there is, the whole reason for that is if the color of the project you're working on matches the bling mix, then any gaps are going to be way less visible, and you're not going to see them unless you're like looking right up close. And also keep in mind, as an artist, or anyone really, I guess. We're our own worst critics, right? So try not to be too hard on yourself. Also know, like, it is something that is like most things. The more you do, the better you're going to get. But we don't improve by not doing. There's another little watermelon seed. And again, if you're just hopping on, these are all high quality glass rhinestones, even the watermelon seeds in there. They're glass too. Yes, ma'am, they are. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gorgeous. They're gorgeous. Alright, so we just stopping in. Gotta go. And red nails. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. My hair definitely needs some love. She's a little bit faded. I like to be a little bit more red than I am right now. But again, just like what I was saying, we're all our own worst critics, so it is what it is. We need to allow ourselves to have grace and be okay with the fact that we're just human, right? We're all just human. So, but yeah. Another thing that you can do that I am doing tonight is you're watching me have glitter in my epoxy. So that is another camouflage for those gaps. So there's definitely tips and tricks. So A, have the background of your project match your bling mix. So in like this keychain, like I used my permanent paint marker to do the main part, like this part, like a pinky red. It's supposed to be red, or the marker was red, but I like this color. It's a good match. And then I did the outside green. And then I'm actually doing, like, I'm doing two of the things. So I'm adding the glitter to my two-part epoxy as well. Go. We want to make sure that we don't get it on the sides of the rhinestones we've already placed. But the reason why I'm working in like small sections, small batches, is because this is a 30-minute epoxy. So if I was to cover the whole thing, I would not get it all the stones down before the glue or the adhesive wasn't good for me to keep working. I wouldn't be able to get the whole thing covered in 30 minutes. There we go. Making sure I'm not missing any comments here real quick. And oh boy, feel like Might have to do like a 2-part thing. Let's put a little bit more mix in my tray. Okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna get this section done. I feel like I'm like cruising now. Oh. No one has any questions. I feel like I covered everything. Hopefully that's the reason why there's no questions. Maybe. Feel free to ask though if I didn't cover something. Bigger one there. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Okay, guys. So I think that's all I'm going to get done tonight. Let me bring this up here. Let's just... There we go. Okay, so I got that much done. I'm going to let it sit flat to cure. But we're going to finish this watermelon another night. Because my battery's almost dead. So, sorry guys. I had fun though. Like, what do you guys think? She looks good. Still got room for a couple more watermelon seeds, and I'll finish out Bling mix. And then once that's cured, I'll flip it over, and I will do the other side in all green, so it like is like a watermelon slice, or like if you cut a watermelon in half. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be great. I'm sorry I can't finish it all right now. That definitely took a few more minutes than I expected it to. I guess like I just get chatty, and this is the new program I'm using. I just wanted to keep checking in and making sure I was doing the things properly and not missing anyone. But yeah, we had fun with that. There we go. We're going to do the other side as well. And if you want to see it done, let me know. We'll make sure to post it. So I do post most things in the Facebook group. If you're not in the Bling and Bluebird fam, Canadian Bling and Rhinestones, that's where I definitely do the most sharing, but I'll try to share it here too. Yeah, I guess. Any other questions here before I go? So, yeah, I think so. I think that's everything. Aside from me thanking y'all for hanging out with me, you guys know I couldn't be here without you. You guys are amazing. I love and appreciate y'all so much. You guys are so amazing, and I just have so much gratitude for y'all. It really warms my heart that you guys are here with me. You're hanging out with me. And I love and appreciate y'all so much. So you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope y'all love this. I hope you guys love this mix just as much as I do. The watermelon, Wendy's watermelon, is so fun, and it really is one of my favorites. So definitely check it out. The link is in my bio, or you can find me across all socials at the Bling and Bluebird, or my website, theblingandbluebird.com. Thank y'all so much. Have a great night.